So one of the biggest things I always try to convey to anyone I know who is looking to become a DM, game master, what have you, is that of all the things you can prepare yourself for, the biggest thing overall is to do something that I call throttling. Not like, you know, the actual throttling someone's neck, no. More so throttling your difficulty for your sessions. See, my philosophy is I like to ensure that my party doesn't feel like they're ever making the wrong choice. So if my party ever decided to become all monks, well, guess I'm doing some kind of Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat-esque story. If it ever became a case that they're looking to be all rogues, well, guess we're in the mood for Metal Gear Solid. Either or, you are role-playing. So sometimes your characters will be making the wrong choices, doing things that seem batshit insane. So if you expect your players to role-play their characters, in turn, you should be ready to help role-play their world to fit what they're out for.
What you doing? Hey, what you doing? What's this? Hey Dad, what you doing? What you looking at? Is that for me?
I am getting ready for a new player joining today.
New player? Oh,
yeah.
Are they gonna be princess too?
No, I promise that they won't be stealing your limelight.
But
You can count on me. Princess Tifa will be our only princess in this game.
damn straight.
What? Oh. I mean, I don't expect him to be too crazy. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Oh, that should be him now. No, come on in.
Oh, thank you.
You're not late at all. I have everything set up over here.
Oh, I'm so glad for that.
What's that?
Very kind of
Oh, don't worry. We'll get you all sorted out. Come on.
you. Oh, can you give me a hand here?
You need a lift?
Yeah.
Here, I can get you up.
Thank you.
Here, there we go.
Okay, and mind the hair. Okay,
Go
perfect.
hand off.
There we go.
There you are.
Yeah. Good. What's first?
So, tells me a little bit about your character here, huh?
Yeah. I wanted to be a barbarian, but now I want to be this smooth talking bard.
Well, I suppose we could work with that.
Hell yeah.
One of the first games I ever got to play in was, well, run by a guy who made it out to be like a casual adventurer, but ran it like it was some kind of hardcore deathmatch. There was times we found ourselves, my party, making choices that would find us, instant killed. It was intimidating. It was over the top. It was simply not fair. And I never liked that. Never did. So I wanted to make sure that when I stepped behind the screen, that my players never had to worry about that either. That they would be able to enjoy like a nice, easy, balanced tug-of-war match. Because to me, really, that is where the sweet spot is. Your players should be in this little nice nook where they are not entirely trouncing their adversaries, but at the same time, they are not being, well, trampled themselves. You know, I'm assuming it wouldn't be any surprise to anyone out there that I grew up being one of the biggest gamers in my family. Board games, party games, video games, and of course, role-playing games, the works. I was into them across, well, the board. And through it all, I think one of my favorite game mechanics, which frankly is by far one of the most basic, is the inclusion of a difficulty setting in games. Like, oh, what? I can choose between playing on easy mode or medium or hard. Well, what does this game take me for? I clearly am a great gamer. So obviously, I'm gonna go and make sure I beat this game on the hardest difficulty possible. I think a lot of people are like that. They like that challenge, that satisfaction that they took on what the game considers to be its worst. But let's say that you wanted to get your friend into that game, a game that you've grown to love and for whatever reason wanted to have more people to play with. Well, thing is, you know that that friend isn't, you know, the greatest at games like you. So what then? Well, you would probably encourage them to play on easy so they can at least enjoy the game. That is what I mean when it comes to throttling your difficulty. When you go and gear shift down into an easier mode, or shift up to once they finally get to the point where, hey, the game isn't by itself challenging anymore, and they seem to be getting bored, well, here you go, here's the next step. And then, boom, you have their attention. You have made the game more, well, to their level. And that's what I've always tried to encourage to my fellow would-be DMs, that they do themselves. And to be fair, don't forget, you are a player too in this. Yes, you are the one running the game, you're running the scenarios, but you are there to have fun too. So don't be afraid to bring up your own expectations so that the people who are coming in know what to expect, so you guys can all work together. In the end, you'll probably would find yourself a whole lot, well, better off, a bit happier if anything, with the knowledge that you're putting together something that is truly unique for your group. Throttling the difficulty, I know, can be a challenge. It's something you will learn over time how to properly go about, well, understanding the nuances. You'll learn which of your players thrive on the harder pressure. You will learn which ones need to have that release, will need to have that respite to breathe and to process. Otherwise, you run the risk of running them down to such an extent they don't want to play anymore. And you can't have a game without your players, so you better be ready to go about making sure that they are in there for the long haul. That's ultimately what you are doing here as a DM. It is ensuring your challenge leaves your players feeling engaged and craving more. Because much like life, we don't always live entirely on the hardest difficulty setting. No, there are days where you have, well, everything's going well. Your fortune is on your side. You wake up right, you get the perfect meal, you find out you got a raise at your job. And then there's other days where everything that could go wrong does go wrong. And it's on those days you really come to appreciate the lighter ones. There's really a lot of possibilities to keep your mind open. And that's really what I'm trying to showcase here. Trying to help really preach to you all, is that don't be afraid to change your plans. Be ready for the unexpected. Hell, when you go and plan with the unexpected from the get-go, it makes it a whole lot easier down the line to know what you need to do to make your games run just right. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video. I really appreciate the support I got last week. Frankly, I expected 1 sub, and I got 10. That's really cool. So here's hoping for 2 this week. Anyway, I won't have enough time next week to make another tip video, so I'll be going and producing my first story video next week. So look forward to that, because it's going to be on how I saved my game by using Law and Order. Until next time, stay classy, stay awesome, and if you are playing this weekend, hey, as always, do something cool for me. I do love hearing stories. Bye.